Very good, friends. Well, it's my daughter Sunshine's birthday. Uh huh. Uh huh. And one of many. And oh, Lord have mercy. I was just thinking back on her. Yeah, on her life. She was sort of the. You know the Phil Silver show, Sergeant Bilko. Okay, you can actually look it up on the web. Very funny show. And in that, Sergeant Bilko ran a motor pool for the Army at a place called Fort Baxter, I think in Kansas. And I think it was in Kansas, and he pretty much all the officers thought they ran the base. No, Sergeant Bilko ran it, and he always had some scheme to make money, some yeah, some gimmick one way or another, and funny show, and a very good-hearted person, but also very, very ambitious. Um, Love nothing better than a good poker game, and like that. Trip to Vegas. Well, Sunshine. I look at Sergeant Bilko and I often think, that's in a way that's kind of my daughter Sunny. She's always up to something, and bless her, that's good. I and always I think usually very good-hearted things. Yeah, I know as a kid, what was it one day? Oh, I don't know just how, I don't know all the circumstances on this anymore. I don't quite remember, but she somehow wangled wangled me into getting her into a modeling agency for kids. Yeah, there was some place. Oh gosh, I think it was out near Allentown, Pennsylvania. Maybe no. What am I saying, Allentown? That wouldn't have been too bad. This was like in York, Pennsylvania, which you go out to Harrisburg and make a left. Yeah, and then it's another 40 miles, I think. It's something like that. She heard about this, and I'm not so sure she didn't sign herself up and then come see me. Uh, we had to somehow go to this big presentation they were going to do, and it would only cost me $300. And that was the presentation. And they were gonna evaluate your child and see if they had what it takes to go to the modeling school, which I think was going to have courses in Allentown for those in the audience, yes, who lived in New Jersey. And oh my God, what a project that was! And they made it sound like it was a talent agency looking for people. That was really a school. Okay, it was really a school, and it wasn't cheap. I did have money then, but I don't think I had the money, the kind of money these people wanted, and we did have to turn it down. But I remember, oh my God, we had to get up at the crack of dawn, drive all the way to York, Pennsylvania, sit through this presentation. Then they had to interview the kids, and of course, a trained counselor, would fill you in. Oh Lord have mercy, and and you felt like a rat when you said, "Well, my God, I don't have $500, or whatever it was." Oh, of course they take credit cards, yes, but not my credit card. $500. I didn't. I don't think I had that much balance on it. It was a sight to behold. Oh, and then I think Sonny got into some kind of talent show out in Pittsburgh. And again, that was something mostly for the parents. There was inclinations and hints that there would be, Hollywood talent scouts in the crowd, but I don't know if there were, they didn't seem to make their presence known. Sunny's always been a very talented young lady, I think, and you know what she eventually did, that frankly I passed this on to you because it's somewhat on the up and up, and it worked very well for her, and I know other people that have done this. When she eventually got out of high school, she would go into New York, and you could find where they were shooting a movie. You could find where, and I have another friend of mine, a friend of my son Burgess, uh, who did this as well, who was a Taekwondo black belt. You go to these, you go to where they're shooting the movie, and you sign in for the day, and they can use you as an extra. My friend, who was again Burgess's friend, who was a black belt in Taekwondo, would get into these kung fu movies. And next, he'd be one of the crowd, chasing Bruce Lee down the street. And maybe with a little luck, Bruce Lee would kick them, or pretend to kick them, of course. But they, they'd fall into off a balcony or something onto mattresses or, cushioning, that kind of thing. And they get 150 bucks for doing it, for working the day. And Sonny, same thing. She heard about all this, and she wound up. She was an extra in quite a few movies, and even I think got to sit in a bar next to Malcolm McDowell. I think it was Malcolm McDowell, for some bar scene he was in for one of his movies. And she said, yeah, he was a pretty good guy. And she I don't think she had any lyrics, any. I don't think she had any dialogue, but she was just there. She's part of the crowd. The movies need people to be in the crowd, and I guess the actors union says, okay, you can hire these people, but we want them to get paid properly. Sonny would do that, bless her heart. Always very ambitious, still to this day. Always has something going on. And Burgess too. I so love that about my kids. I think if there's, and it's always good-hearted stuff. It isn't like they're doing something that's going to get them thrown into jail for too long. And always up to something. And God bless them, man. They are good kids. They are good kids. And Sonny, again, for her birthday, even though now she's she's not necessarily a spring chicken, she's not letting that stop her. She, now again, she does a lot of psychic stuff, and she's working, I think, on. In fact, if you know of any places that are haunted, basically in the Connecticut, even probably New Jersey, Southern New York State, Massachusetts area, she'd love to go investigate and bring a film crew. Yeah, she has different friends that'll go along, and it's I don't know. I'm trying to think some of the things she did when she was little. Oh, as far as that kind of thing went. A lemonade stand wouldn't have been her cup of tea. She'd want to put on a show or something, and and it was and talk about psychic again. It was funny, but as a kid, yeah, she was always bringing ghosts into the house. Oh my God, we're always haunted. Always something going on, some spirit running down the hallway, and never again really bad spirits. Nothing, nothing out of The Exorcist, but it was they were always somehow she attracted spirits, and generally good spirits and ghosts, or just run of the mill spirits. Just some poor guy maybe was driving a taxi, and next he had a wreck, and now he's walking around scratching his head, wondering why he doesn't have to move his feet to move anymore, because he's a ghost. Yeah, it's stuff like that. She's always been pretty good at that kind of thing. Anyway, bless her heart, and whew, a big happy birthday to her. I know we used to. My first wife Molly, I think, actually used to see. Sonny would be. There would be obvious that ghosts were in her room and stuff, and they would actually be somewhat protecting Sonny. And Molly would notice that. She said, "My God, do you see that?" I said, "Oh." And it'd be just like looking like, you folks aren't coming in here to hurt her, are you? No, of course not. We were coming in to feed her. or get her out of bed. It's time to get up. Okay, pass. It was it was interesting. Interesting kid. And she I mean, I see ghosts on occasion, but not like Sonny used to see them. Oh my God. So she has a regular fan club in the afterlife, I guess. Oh, well. Anyway, Doc South here, and I just thought I'd say, good old Sonny. And today, let's see, well, it's her birthday, bless her heart, and I may make some more videos to honor Sonny's birthday. And I got to, in fact, I just thought of a good one. How her and her brother used to double team me. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we'll. I'll think on that one. It might be too much of an expose. Oh my God. Oh, they were rough as teenagers. Oh my God. Now they got. Well, let's see. My son's got a 2 year old. He has so he has about 10 more years to live. She's yes. Uh, Dora is 2, and yeah, you'll see. Oh, I hope I'm alive to see that. And then and Sonny, yeah, with Sadie. Oh my gosh, same thing, same thing. And again, I just sit back and say, well, turnabout is fair play. you're Now you're seeing what you put me through as Sadie comes in with some scheme or a plan. So anyway, bless their hearts. Good kids and good grandchildren too. I can't kick. I can't kick. Oh, and I got a good wife. Yep. She's again another person who's always up to something. Good old Sandy. Anyway, interesting family. I'll see you later, friends. Thank you and God bless.